Good morning. God's kingdom is at hand. You are not alone. It is well.
Look for signs of sundowning in the late afternoon or early evening. These signs may include increased confusion and anxiety and behaviors such as pacing, wandering, or yelling. You can try to find the cause of the person's behavior. However, if the person with Alzheimer's or dementia becomes agitated, listen calmly to his or her concerns and frustrations. Try to reassure the person that everything is okay and distract him or her from stressful or upsetting events. You can also try reducing the noise, the clutter, the number of people in the room. Try to distract the person with a favorite snack, for example, objects or activities. For example, offering a drink, suggesting a simple task like folding towels. Can you help me fold these towels? I would really appreciate your help, and it would help me ever so much. Could you help, or maybe could you help me just dusting the table, because you know how the dust always comes on the table and brings, all of that, etc., etc. Just some of the things I have tried. Letting you on, letting you in, letting you in. Yes, or turning on a familiar TV show, but not the news or any other show that might be upsetting. Make early evening a quiet time of the day. You might play soothing music, for example, read a book or go for a walk. You could also have a family member or friend call during that time. Close the curtains or the blinds at dusk to minimize shadows and the confusion they may cause. Turn on lights to help minimize shadows. And if the person is upset, there are a few things you can do to manage the behavior. Try to remain calm and avoid arguing. Just avoid arguing completely. You're not going to win this battle. It is already gone. You are not winning this. So avoid it completely, or any kind of reasoning when approaching or speaking to the person with dementia or Alzheimer's. Try to talk slowly and in a comforting way, and listen carefully to their responses to see if you can identify the cause of the distress. Using distracting techniques can help you manage the sundowning, such as going into a different room, perhaps putting on some soothing music, or taking the person for a short, gentle stroll. Offer reassurance that everything is fine by being close to them and holding their hand, for example. Although there are ways to prevent and manage sundowning, it is important to remember to take care of yourself too during dementia care. If you are feeling stressed, the person may notice this and become agitated as a result of your stress mirroring upon them. To combat this, try to get plenty of sleep at night. I know you're laughing. I hear you laugh. Try to get plenty of sleep when you can at night. Okay, but do try to get at least 7 hours. The norm, in quote, speech marks. The norm is supposed to be 8 hours a day. That is supposed to be the minimum norm. But yes, do try and get plenty of rest and keep in touch with families and friends for support. Caring for someone with dementia is hard. It is very hard. So if you feel that you need a break, consider respite care to give yourself a break, to recharge your batteries so that you are more refreshed, up for the job and battling on. Respite care can give you much needed relief while your loved one is being cared for by a professional. Many care homes offer respite, especially after the pandemic that we have all globally gone through. I can only imagine how you are feeling at the moment, and I do greatly sympathize with you. And I commit you to the hands of the Almighty. Yes, the sundowning is difficult. It's hard to pick, but it can be. But one thing that I have noticed and I have used on many occasions is that I try, well, not try, I do make sure that the lights are on before begins to get dark outside. I draw all of the curtains, put on all of the lights. Therefore, when the change from the outside does take place, it will not be reflected on the inside of the property. Therefore, to the person, to the child of God, it is still light outside. They haven't recognized or distinguished the difference between the light and darkness outside and inside the house. So most of the time that works. But again, it's a give and miss. It can be a give and take kind of thing. God bless.
If you like what you've been listening to, do like, subscribe, and share the channel for the growth of the channel so that a whole lot more people will learn to appreciate the elderly and, God willing, treat them a whole lot better. Making a change.